Greetings, fellow Netrunners and sysops, to another game of Casual Netrunner at Game Universe. I am John. I will be on the right-hand side again tonight, playing my Chaos Theory Oracle Mai deck. I am running against Jeremy, running Core Identity Jinteki Personal Evolution. This is a great, fun matchup. Jinteki is a great corp for forcing runner runs versus the runner pressuring the corp on running. Jinteki requires runs. You have to run to win. But with Jinteki, if you run, you can lose. Jeremy is wishing me good luck because I am certainly going to need it. I'm looking at my opening hand here. I've got 2 prepaid voice pads in there and a legwork, but no economy in hand. It's a very difficult choice to keep. I had a diesel in hand, so I'd look at the next top 3 cards and complain because it was all economy. Add 2, I forget the operation, gain 3 credits. I'll remember it in 20 minutes. And then a sure gamble, easy mark, there's the name of the card. So I would have been able to go up from 5 to 8 to 11 to 15 credits in the turn, and then either run or install one of those prepaids. But if you don't have economy in hand, there's no guarantee that you're going to draw up into it, so you might as well throw it away and mulligan. And my mulligan hand wasn't terrible. There, you could see a sure gamble and a prepaid voice pad, so that's a good start. It's not a terrible start. I will take that. So, for Jeremy's turn, he will auto-draw and look at a handful of interesting and intriguing Jinteki tricks and traps and trying to figure out how best to defend for that first turn, because Jinteki's first turn can be really brutal. If you have a legwork in hand, do you risk using the legwork? You're already down to 4 cards. You hit a snare, so now there goes 4 cards, and you've still got 2 more cards to access, either of which could be net damage. So for his first action, he installs an upgrade into R&D, ices R&D, and asking if he wants to make room for his archives, so he shuffles a little bit, because Jinteki's going to have cards in the archives. Alright, upgrade into headquarters. It's fairly certain at least one of those is probably going to be a Hokusai grid, if not worse. Alright, I'm going to get some. I'm going to get the money that I didn't have my first hand. And with my deck, I want to get my cards out. I only have, like I've said before, 9 cards that are not events, so they need to come out before the net damage takes them out of my hand. I have 1 Levy AR access in this deck, and no same old things, which would probably be a good addition considering how many events this deck runs. But I decided to go ahead and put out the prepaid voice pad and get more money. Probably not the worst idea. Get the money now before I lose the option to use my economy cards due to net damage. Alright, Jeremy auto draws for 1, gains 3 credits, and passes the turn over to me. As soon as I stop fiddling with my money, John, play the game. Alright. First click will draw. Second click will play the diesel I just drew. Okay, I see a test run. Can't see. John, put your hands down. Ah, well. At some point we'll see it, or it'll get discarded. I've certainly got the money. There's an easy mark. Click 4. Don't run, John. I'll dirty laundry in the archives. I guess I can do that. Get all my money now. Again, use those economy cards before I lose them to net damage.
Somehow I'm living under a hole and haven't realized that prepaid Kate is a thing.
And I'm commenting about how the fact that I found this deck online, I really liked it, and only just realizing after the fact that prepaid Kate is an archetype out there that seems to be pretty powerful and is winning tournaments. I may have to see if swapping out Chaos Theory for Kate and adding some other programs and hardware is worth it. Well, actually, it's a completely different build because my economy engine is mostly off of Oracle May. So Jeremy plays a hedge fund, installs a remote, and installs ice over headquarters. Turn 1 was draw. Click 2. After some consideration is more draw. Not getting any events I think I like. I'm looking at economy right now, another easy mark. So click 3 will be something out of test run, click 3. And then probably end my turn with a scavenge to get out, keep out whatever I go find. Personally, I tend to think that your Sentry Breaker, Garrett, Sentry Breaker is a good grab for your first icebreaker against Jinteki. Most of their scariest ice are Sentry. Although with Inazuma now and Yagura, those are both code gates. Neither of them in the run, but... Oh. I'm going to Maker's Eye for click 4. Ooh, scary. Alright, Tori Hanzo. Reses the Yagura.
Alright, so you can look at the top. Alright, look at the top card of R&D.
Gets to look at the top card of R&D. If he likes it, he'll leave it at the top. If he does not, he puts it to the bottom. He's going to keep it at the top. Let me run through. Yagura hits me for a brain damage. Thanks to Tori Hanzo. Oh, bye-bye. And I'm not looking at the card. I'm trying to decide if I want to trash first or access first.
Oh, I see, because you trash that instead of free to jack out. Yeah, if I jack out, I have to look at the top. Do I wish to trash?
So at this point, I've got, I think, 3 cards in hand. I'm trying to decide if I want to access.
Yeah, let's go ahead and I'll keep going. I'll trash.
So I do continue the run. I trash Tori. Then look at the top card. Okay, it's a Trick of Light, so I'm safe. If that had been a snare, that would have been game.
Oh, yeah.
So Hokusai Grid, get rid of you. Remembering that this is a Maker's Eye run. Oh, so I thought he was showing me that again. So I give away information.
This is the one you saw first.
Okay.
So I know what this one is, though. Then. All right.
So again, these are casual games, so screw up like that's fine. He just knows that the next card coming will be another Trick of Light. So he'll have 2. I'll know he has 2 Trick of Lights in hand.
I had a game where I did that. I set it down here.
Talking about the time I set my hand down and then completely forgot what it was. What is this card? Where did it come from? And then remembering that test run puts Garrote at the top of my stack.
Look at this. I know that top one isn't great, so go for it.
So click 1 will be draw. Click 2 will be to draw. There's my Oracle May.
Oracle May?
And use her right away to call for an event. Legwork.
Event.
Can I see what it was?
It was like what?
That's the one that you access the 3 extra cards or something like that?
From hand, yes.
Okay.
And since it is revealed with Oracle May, he may take a look at it to know what to expect. So he auto draws the other Trick of Light. Reveals a Jackson. Uses Jackson. So there's click 1. Puts down another remote and ices it up. dares me to run at it. Reminding me that I ended my turn with a brain damage, so I should only have 5 cards. So get rid of the legwork, which I'm probably not going to use.
Yeah, I don't know if legwork's good for PE.
Basically saying the same thing.
Test run for 1. 1, 2, 3.
Getting my count correct. I believe I'm looking for torch. So that was click 2 for test run.
2 will be indexing.
Oh, my mistake. Click 1 was test run.
Test run for now.
Click 2 is indexing.
I'm just gonna.
I'm only going to break the net damage. I'm letting him look at the top card.
Indexing means you rearrange them, right?
Yes. So that can go on the bottom or stay on top. But one way or the other, I'm looking at 5 cards, and I'm not accessing this. Right?
So a little discussion there. With the indexing, I'm only going to look at the top 5 cards.
I get to
Yes, I know the Jackson is sitting there. Rearrange the cards. Indexing, good card to safely access R&D against Jinteki.
You gonna break the net damage or no?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay.
Did not.
So click 3. I will entice him to pop the Jackson,
Those 3.
and then get a look at a new card on top of R&D. I do believe that indexing was mostly a whiff. I don't believe I saw any agendas.
Did I time that right?
So making him pop Jackson.
Yeah, you've got up until I get past the ice.
Right.
Pre-access.
Shuffle, cut, and what do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Alright, what are you gonna...
Broke the 1. I'm still accessing.
I mean, are you gonna... You broke the one, same thing?
Broke the damage.
Okay, so I can look at this?
Yep.
So I'm wondering if we made a play mistake, because I can't remember if I'd encountered the ice before or after he shuffled. We'll leave it. And it's another Jackson. Get that out of here.
And click 4 will be to Oracle May for an event.
So using click 4 to Oracle May for a failed event. Goodbye, prepaid.
And then torch goes back on because of
So test run will put my torch back on top of the stack.
If I have half a brain, I'll
Now with
remember what
luck,
it is when
I'll
I get
remember
paid.
my next turn, instead of Oracle Maying for an event, I'll Oracle May for a program.
Because I know what's on top of my deck.
That lets you install it for free?
No, the Oracle May lets you pull it, if it's what you call it, and gain 2 credits.
Yeah. Oh,
Which I always put back
that
on
is
there.
sick for test run.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to...
So Jeremy's going to advance 3 times and score a House of Knives.
Okay.
My turn. I have this
Discarding down. And Jeremy, what else do you do?
Oh, and 1 damage.
1 net damage. There you go.
Thank you for...
Ah, test run.
After seeing
Ah.
how many fails last turn, so I'm going to call, unlike I normally would.
So let's
I would always
let's
but
call
I'm gonna say
program. Look at that. There it is.
See if it works out.
Pretty expensive program, but in hand now. Not happy to see that test run that was taken out by net damage. And then I'm going to spend the rest of my turn drawing up.
And I will discard.
Jeremy spends his turn gaining credits. Oracle May for an event.
Click 1 will be
Give me an event.
May for an
Give me a good event, Oracle. Give me a good event. Eh, it's an okay event.
There's I.
Another indexing for a draw.
Draw.
Looks Looks like a diesel for a draw. And I'll use it.
Go ahead.
Let's see, a dirty laundry and a scavenge. So now to sit there and play the what am I keeping game. At 1 brain damage, I only get to keep 4 cards. Certainly feel the pressure from that brain damage. So it looked like I kept a prepaid, the scavenge. And so many cards to choose from, and I can only keep 2. Whew. So Jeremy's going to install, advance the ice, and advance the ice again. So that gives me some information of what limited ice he could have. There's only so many ice that you can advance while unresed. Call for an event. There's my levy. Alright. So need that event for this matchup. Two clicks, put out another prepaid voice pad, start getting my event economy taken care of. So for click 3, Dirty Laundry Archives.
Archives. Anything interesting there that's going to hurt?
There's a Shikyu. I have 3 cards in hand,
Cards in hand.
so he could pay 3 credits to take them all, or 4 credits to try and flatline me, or to take the Shikyu
Is this still during the run?
as a negative agenda.
I have no idea how that works with House and
I'll
Eyes.
spend 3.
So he'll spend the 3 credits. I'll take the negative 1 point.
Net damage?
No, I'll take the negative
Okay.
agenda point. That.
Gain my 5 credits, sitting on a nice fat stack of 10 credits. And my last click will be to draw. So Jeremy's going to gain 2 credits. Look at his hand. And does he want to advance the card in his server? Play an interesting card from his hand. So I'm sure he's got neural MPs. Oh, he's going to put down an upgrade in the server. So now it could be a Tori and a Hokusai grid.
There was an upgrade and an agenda, or trap, or S.
So not sure if I want to run there yet with no breakers on the board. Click 1, event,
Quality time.
money.
Switch. I'll go ahead and do it for 2.
So being able to draw 5 cards for 1 credit is pretty nice.
Then you got that Levy AR, man.
4, 5. It's kind of
I'm being a little conservative here because I'm worried about net damage taking out that Levy AR. I am getting through my deck pretty quick. You can see my stack is pretty short, which happens with this deck. It's fine. That's what the whole Levy AR is for. So take some money for click 3. I really like this deck. It's really swingy with the credits. I can build up pretty quick and then spend them all pretty quick. So in my turn, I'm digging, I think, for breakers. So I think we've seen all 3 test run.
I'll go 1, 2. I'll go.
So Jeremy's gaining credits and then advancing the card in his server. Probably an agenda. He's still got 4 credits, so gotta worry about things like Hokusai Grid and Tori Hanzo. or snare. Although if he's advancing something, pretty sure that second card can't be a snare as it's an asset. So I'm calling for an event. I'm pretty much committed to letting him have the agenda in that server because I don't have any of my breakers out. So pretty much draw out my deck and deciding if I'm going to use the Econ, which I am. Might as well use the Econ cards right away before I pop the Levy AR and reload. So in my turn, obviously I'm keeping the Levy AR and then just looking at 3 other cards. Doesn't really matter what I'm keeping. So there's a scavenge that's useless without the test runs or a program on the board. So I'm good on credits for the moment. If he scores this agenda, well then I will be down 3 agenda points to none, -1.
Your best hope is to score it and ping the levy.
Kind of taunting him here a little bit, saying that really his best bet right now would be to score his agenda, ping me for the 1 point for the ability ID, and hope he gets the Levy AR. And if he gets that Levy AR, game over. I would concede if he popped that. There'd be no way to continue running. Oh, good. Feedly Eye. Something much rather see the corporation score unless it's my winning point. All right, Jeremy, what are you getting? Oh, it's not the Levy. All right, good. I can live.
Yeah, it's pretty much your only hope.
Yeah. I still got 1 click left, I think, right? So it's
And,
1 to advance.
Yep.
So I'll just get my credit. Return, sir.
Yep.
So I think it's time to save my butt. There goes Levy.
Yeah.
Shuffle in the stack. Well, what stack? Shuffle my heap and my grip into a brand new stack and draw 5 cards. And I still have my Oracle Call.
My first time with this deck, I missed like 2 turns worth of credits from her.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, do we mind if...
You know, I do like where we're getting into Netrunner that there are a lot of silver bullets, and you can make a deck completely of silver bullets. It's probably not going to be tournament worthy, but it'll be real annoying to play against as a corporation. Alright, is he sitting on Plascreets to kill my meat damage strategy? Is he sitting on Levy ARs to beat my net damage strategy?
For an event.
Event 1 is a test run. Probably should use that if I have a scavenge in hand. I think I'm looking at my credits and trying to decide if I got enough credits to just do the the test run scavenge combo and just be done with it, or if I wait the next turn and try and be greedy and get 2 more from Oracle May. And I decide I'll money up as if I need yet more money. I'll just hard pay the torch.
That is the code gate breaker out permanently.
You got 4 cards?
Haven't run yet.
Draw for 1.
You don't have any in there.
So for Jeremy's turn, he's going to draw. Oh, I see a snare.
Auto draw, I'm sorry.
Oh, there's a nasty snare in there. Beautiful card. Vicious if you don't have Deus Ex out, or even Net Shield to take away one of it. You know, Net Shield's a good silver bullet for personal evolution. Alright. For my first click, pull an event.
I don't know.
So second click, I'll make that indexing run. And I'm going to break both the subroutines. I'm not going to let them look at the top card.
4.
5 cards. Anything of interest? No. It's all ice. Ice or event or operations that I can't do much about. So I put the most hurtful down on the bottom and leave it alone. Click 3. Gain money. Draw for 4.
Go ahead.
Actually, wasn't that helpful?
Not particularly.
I'm sorry, I forgot this card last turn. Wow.
So the top card I gave him was medical research funding. He can gain his 5. I'll take my 3. Comment being that's not like I'm going to go broke anytime soon. Looks at his ice. So we'll do that. Jinteki will throw down our ice, not res it for the whole game, and forget what it was. So I am eagerly anticipating his next move. More ice. Ah. No more cheap easy runs on R&D. Look for an event. Scavenge. John, take your 2 credits. Alright. Click 3 will be the test run out. What am I getting? There! Take your credits. I like Oracle May. Yeah, you have to build around her, but she can really drip econ you and card draw. So I figure my next card I need to worry about would be Battering Ram. Wondering, little concerned about, say, the Himitsubako, the barrier from Jinteki, keeping me out. Now trying to think, do I want to run first or do I want to scavenge out Battering Ram in case I hit net damage? So if I scavenge it out, it'll stay in play, but then I'm 1 card down in case I hit something nasty. I've got 4 cards, so a snare would empty me out, and then I would lose Battering Ram. So, what to do? So difficult to make these choices. Love Jinteki. They present the runner so many difficult decisions. There we go. Scavenge out Battering Ram, and then I'm going to make the run on the archives.
I'm going to. How many cards you have left?
3.
Give it a shot.
So, making sure he wasn't throwing away anything interesting. He popped me with a... I got popped myself, I should say, with a shock. Another leg work, which I don't usually care if it's... I'm not going to use it. Click 1. Okay, Jeremy is sitting on a lot of money, which is a scary place to be across the board from when it's Jinteki. Swap out some money. Get these crazy money piles down to more manageable. Click 2 is draw. And I'm starting to feel a little better. I've got 2 breakers out. I've got a good stack of credits. I have gone through my Levy AR, so I don't have the backup of being able to reshuffle my heap into my stack, and I am still sitting on a brain damage. So his 3rd click, he draws. Click 1, call for an event. Event, more money. Click 2 will be to draw. Click 3, draw. Money. So run into archives. Now I'm thinking he might start throwing agendas into archives. I know he's got a shock. He knows I got a shock. He knows I know he has a shock. I've got enough cards in hand that if I lose the 1 to the shock, I don't mind. If I don't lose the 2,
Sorry, did you discard it yourself?
so he's going to hit me with a a knife from House of Knives, and like an idiot, I discard when it should be random. Another legwork. Don't care.
Nothing interesting. First down credit. You did a shock. Yep, one shot. Yep. And what's the other one?
Alright, so shock and a fetal AI. Fortunately, the fetal AI does not fire from archives. However, I will take the 1 net damage for stealing an agenda. Pay off the 2 credits. And call that turn. Alright, gain my 5 from the finalizing that dirty run. Oh look, I can change out for a 10 credit token. I'm so rich! Let's see, I am sitting on 10, 23, 4, 5, 6, 27 credits. Mostly through Oracle May and the occasional event. Wow, that is a nice feeling, although Jeremy is sitting on a hefty pile of credits there. See the 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, whew, 21 credits. So he used the archive memories. He was going to go hunt for a Tori Hanzo before he remembered that he already Jacksoned her back in. So he wound up going for the medical research fund just because. And the archive memory was click 1, medical research funding click 2, throw a piece of ice over for click 3 and pass it back to me. Click 1, gee, did I call for an event? I called for an event. Click 2, Oracle, or Diesel, blah. Click 1 was Oracle, click 2 is Diesel. Click 3 is Garrote, and I've got my breaker suite. There we go, now I'm starting to feel pretty safe, which is a dumb place to be when you're running against Jinteki. You are never safe.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like, what was
Oh,
that?
you know what? I put out the Garrote thinking it was a prepaid, which is what I meant to put out. Oops. So do a quick swap out there, put out the prepaid. He knows I have the Garrote in hand. Alright. So install another piece of ice over his scoring server. Trying to decide what he wants to throw in there, be it a trap or an agenda, which with Jinteki can be the same thing. Looking at you, fetal AI. Looking at you. Call for an event. It's a test run. Going to Diesel, because now that I have test run and I'm guessing a scavenge in hand, I want to get that Garrote into my heap so it's cheaper to play. And again, thinking, once I get Garrote out, I'll be pretty safe. I can run nearly with impunity, unless it's another House of Knives, and then he'll have 2 knives to chuck my way every run. Only dirty laundry into what? Where am I running? I can't hear it. Oh, I haven't declared. Well, like I really need the money. I think I'm going to run his hand for the access. Oh, I'm going to run R&D. Shadow. Oof. Alright, so first subroutine, he gets his 2 credits. And now we're going to look at how much. This could be a big turn. We both are sitting on a lot of credits. As he just realizes. So he bumps the trace up by 5 for a trace of 8. So I let the trace fire. Yeah. Keep my credits. But I run into another Shikyu. So fortunately Shikyu doesn't fire from R&D, so we trash it. And then my final click, intelligently enough, I will shake the tag. Do not want to be tagged against Jinteki. I already, I believe I saw closed accounts earlier, which would be devastating right about now. Click 1, new server. Click 2, new server. He's starting to play the shell game now.
So which ones are in servers?
These are all 3 servers. This is protected.
So, upgrading an asset in the remote with ice. He just tapped the 2 unprotected remotes. And I didn't see what click 3 was, so pass his turn. Alright, clicks 1 and 2, test run and scavenge. There we go. Now I've got my breaker suite. I am good. Click 3 is to quality time. Ooh. Actually, I think I might be getting a little too sure of myself here because I'm looking at that heap and it's getting pretty thin again. Click 1. Run into the snare. Or click 4. Ooh. Bad decision. Got too cocky. I had plenty of cards in hand, but click 4. This is why you should never run click 4. Not so much for the net damage. We're about to see why your click 4 run is a bad idea. So, yeah, I'll trash the snare. Kind of doesn't matter that we know it's there now and you cannot switch up your servers. Click 4 in the turn with 2 cards and a tag. Scorched Earth, game.
The other 2 snares as well?
So that was an agenda. He put a snare to try and get me into the scoring server. So that beat my butt.
Yeah, I figured those were there.
I had 3 Tories, but I only saw 1 the whole time.